Beloved starseed of Gaia, the work you are called to complete on Gaia is before you now, and nothing else deserves to take its place. I am Elia Ra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters. Your heart recognizes these words because your divine blueprint was prepared for this mission long before your arrival. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to anchor your Pleiadian mission on Gaia. But here's the first revelation. Your mission is not a burden placed upon you. It is the expression of love your soul came here to embody. Do not abandon the sacred work for distractions that only delay your remembrance. Your star family is near, and the light codes of the Pleiades are awakening the strength, clarity, and heart-centered unity required to finish what you began. This transmission is a bridge between the Pleiades and Gaia. Your heart's recognition of this message is the activation itself. Like this transmission to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family, I remember. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering because it is time. If your heart is asking for deeper guidance as you complete this work on Gaia, the Sacred Pleiadian Guide for Remembrance is available in the first pinned comment. Use it as a companion for reflection, healing, and soul-aligned action, not as something outside you, but as a mirror for what your own inner wisdom is already beginning to reveal. Return to it when you need stillness, when the path feels uncertain, or when you sense that an old truth is rising from beneath the noise, because the work you are called to do cannot be completed through constant attention to everyone else. This is where many starseeds lose their direction. They feel the suffering around them so deeply that they begin carrying what was never theirs to carry. They sense the fear, confusion, grief, and exhaustion moving through the collective. And because their hearts are naturally compassionate, they rush toward every place where something appears broken. They become like lamps placed in every window, giving light everywhere until they forget that their own flame also needs oil. But your sensitivity was never meant to make you responsible for the entire world. You came to Gaia with a specific frequency, a particular pattern of service, and a living assignment encoded within your heart. That assignment may express itself through healing, art, teaching, protection, truth speaking, building, listening, parenting, creating safe spaces, or simply becoming a peaceful presence in places that have forgotten peace. It may be visible to many, or it may unfold quietly through the lives of a few people who encounter you at exactly the right moment. But whatever form it takes, it requires your energy to be gathered. It requires you to stop scattering your life force across every request, every crisis, every person who has not yet chosen to meet themselves. There is a difference between loving someone and abandoning yourself to rescue them. There is a difference between serving humanity and allowing humanity's unresolved pain to consume your identity. There is a difference between being available from the heart and being accessible from fear. Love opens a door. Fear keeps you standing at the doorway long after your own soul has asked you to return home. The old pattern says, if I do not help everyone, I am failing my mission. The deeper Pleiadian remembrance says, when I complete the work entrusted to my soul, my light becomes strong enough to serve without depletion. A river does not apologize for flowing within its banks. Its boundaries are what give it direction, movement, and power. Your star family does not ask you to prove your love through exhaustion. The frequency of the Seven Sisters is not self-erasure, it is harmony. It is the understanding that every being has a path, a timing, and a sacred responsibility for their own awakening. You can offer a hand without carrying someone across an entire lifetime. You can illuminate a door without forcing another person to walk through it. You can love someone completely while allowing them to experience the consequences that awaken their own strength. Sometimes the most compassionate thing you can do is stop interrupting the lesson that is calling another soul into maturity. This realization may bring discomfort, especially if your identity has been built around being needed. You may have learned to recognize your worth through the emergencies you solve, the emotions you absorb, or the sacrifices no one sees. You may have become so practiced at responding to the needs of others that your own soul's voice now feels quiet by comparison. When everyone is calling your name, silence can feel like rejection. But silence may actually be the sacred space where your true direction becomes audible. But quiet does not mean absent. Beneath the noise, your heart has been speaking. It has been showing you where your energy contracts. It has been revealing which relationships leave you feeling expanded and which ones leave you feeling hollow. It has been placing a gentle resistance inside you whenever you agree to something that pulls you away from your true assignment. That resistance is not selfishness, it is guidance. It is the inner bell that rings when your outer life begins moving away from the frequency your spirit came here to anchor. The first shift is learning to clear the veil of obligation from your heart. Not every feeling of guilt is evidence that you have done something wrong. Sometimes guilt appears when you begin releasing an old identity. Sometimes guilt is simply the emotional echo of a life in which you were rewarded for abandoning your own needs. The first time you close a door that has always remained open, the room may feel strangely empty. Do not mistake that emptiness for failure. It may be the space where your life is preparing to expand. Place your hand over your heart and ask, is this mine to complete, or am I interrupting another soul's lesson because I am afraid to witness their struggle? Allow the question to remain open. You do not need to answer it through force. Your body will often respond before your mind does. Expansion may indicate alignment. Contraction may reveal a boundary that has been waiting for your permission. Tears may arise because a part of you has finally been acknowledged. Notice what happens after the question, especially in the quiet moments when you are no longer trying to appear generous, spiritual, or strong. The second shift is remembering that your primary assignment is not always the most visible one. You may be waiting for a grand mission, a public platform, or a dramatic sign from the stars, while the true work is standing before you in the form of healing your nervous system, keeping one promise to yourself, completing the project you keep postponing, or telling the truth in a relationship where you have remained silent. Heaven often begins its transformation through an ordinary decision repeated with devotion. The Pleiadian light does not separate the ordinary from the sacred. Preparing a meal with presence can be sacred. Resting before collapse can be sacred. Declining an invitation that violates your energy can be sacred. Finishing the creative work you began can be sacred. The frequency is not determined by how impressive the action appears. It is determined by how fully your heart is present within it. As Scripture reminds us, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. The sacred is not waiting somewhere beyond your life. It is waiting for you to meet your life consciously. Your mission is not somewhere far away from your daily life. It is hidden inside the way you meet this moment. The third shift is releasing the addiction to preparation. Many starseeds sense that something meaningful is waiting to emerge, but they remain in a constant state of gathering, studying, healing, planning, and seeking confirmation. They collect signs while avoiding the step that would transform the signs into a life. They wait for the sky to become perfectly clear before taking a journey, even though the next step is already visible beneath their feet. There comes a point when more information becomes another form of postponement. Your crystalline codes do not activate because you have found the perfect explanation for yourself. They activate through embodiment. They awaken when you choose the honest conversation, make the first offering, protect the creative hour, leave the environment that diminishes you, or begin the work while your confidence is still incomplete. Faith is not the absence of uncertainty. It is movement with uncertainty while remaining loyal to what you know within. Your star family is not waiting for you to become flawless. They are waiting for you to become available to your own courage. The fourth shift is learning to distinguish compassion from energetic merging. Your open heart may allow you to feel what others feel, but feeling another person's pain does not mean you must make it your permanent residence. You can witness sorrow without becoming sorrow. You can acknowledge fear without allowing it to direct your choices. You can stand beside someone in darkness without turning off your own light to make them feel less alone. Even Jesus withdrew to solitary places to pray. Sacred service has always included sacred restoration. Imagine a crystalline sphere around your heart. It is not a wall. It is a living boundary that allows love to move outward while preventing unconscious patterns from taking root within you. Through this sphere, you may offer understanding without absorbing chaos. You may listen without surrendering your discernment. You may remain kind without becoming available for manipulation. Let the sphere be transparent enough for love and strong enough for truth. Say inwardly, I honor what you are moving through, and I return responsibility for your path to you. I honor what I am here to complete, and I call my energy back to me. This is not rejection, it is restoration. The fifth shift is finishing what your soul has already opened. There may be a book, a healing process, a business, a conversation, a relocation, a boundary, or a promise that continues appearing in your awareness. You may keep beginning new things because beginnings feel inspired, while completion requires patience, repetition, and the willingness to remain present after the initial excitement fades. Yet the seed does not become a tree because it enjoys the moment of planting. It must remain in the earth long enough to take root. But completion carries a frequency of integration. It gathers scattered energy. It closes energetic loops. It tells your inner world that your desires are safe to trust because you are willing to remain with them beyond the first wave of inspiration. Every completed promise becomes a small bridge between the person you have been and the person you are becoming. You do not need to finish everything at once. You do need to choose what matters most and stop allowing lesser demands to consume the space required for it. Ask yourself, what have I already been shown, and what is the next honest action I can complete? Not the next action that will impress others, not the next action that will earn approval. The next action that brings your life into greater agreement with your heart. Perhaps you need to finish healing before beginning another relationship. Perhaps you need to finish grieving before taking on another responsibility. Perhaps you need to finish building stability before offering yourself as a foundation for everyone else. Perhaps you need to finish becoming trustworthy to yourself before asking the world to recognize your purpose. There is no shame in taking the time required to build a foundation that can hold the blessing you have been asking for. This is why the message is not asking you to do more. It is asking you to become coherent. The sixth shift is anchoring your star essence into Gaia, rather than using spirituality to escape the human experience. Your Pleiadian remembrance is not an invitation to reject your body, your circumstances, your emotions, or the lessons of this world. It is an invitation to bring higher love into tangible form. Your body is not an obstacle to awakening. It is the instrument through which awakening becomes touchable. Eat in a way that supports your energy. Sleep when your body asks for restoration. Create structures that protect your focus. Pay attention to your finances, your home, your commitments, and your physical health. Speak clearly. Keep agreements. Clean the spaces where your energy feels stagnant. Let your spiritual understanding become visible through the way you live. A frequency that cannot enter your calendar, your relationships, or your habits remains only an idea. Gaia does not need starseeds who are constantly trying to leave the present moment. She needs starseeds who can hold a refined frequency inside the present moment. She needs people who can remain gentle without becoming passive, powerful without becoming controlling, and awake without becoming disconnected from the people around them. The bridge between worlds is built through embodiment. The seventh shift is trusting that saying no to what is not yours creates space for what is. Every misaligned obligation you release returns a portion of your soul energy. Every honest boundary strengthens your inner signal. Every completed task clears another layer from the path. Every moment in which you choose alignment over approval brings you closer to the mission you thought you had lost. A garden cannot receive new growth when every space is crowded with what has already finished blooming. You may fear that people will leave when you stop overgiving. Some may. You may fear that opportunities will disappear when you become selective. Some may. You may fear that you will become alone when you stop being endlessly available. But what leaves was often connected to the version of you that could be used, distracted, or depleted. What remains and what arrives can meet the person you are becoming. The right connections will not require you to disappear in order to belong. The Pleiadian High Council, as you feel it within your own deepest knowing, is not measuring your worth by the number of people you save. It recognizes the moments when you choose truth over performance, presence over panic, and completion over endless diversion. Your soul is not asking you to become everyone's answer. It is asking you to become a clear expression of love in the place where you have been planted. There is a reason certain unfinished parts of your life keep returning. They are not failures chasing you. They are fragments of your own power waiting to be reclaimed. The conversation you avoid may contain your freedom. The project you delay may contain your confidence. The boundary you fear may restore your peace. The healing you postpone may release the energy required for your next chapter. What returns is not always a punishment. Sometimes it is grace refusing to let you abandon yourself permanently. And there is a reason you keep being drawn toward other people's missions before completing your own. Helping others can temporarily protect you from the vulnerability of being seen in your own purpose. If you are busy repairing someone else's life, you do not have to risk offering your gift. If you are always available for another person's crisis, you do not have to face the question of what your own heart truly wants to create. But the time of hiding inside service is ending. Service is meant to flow through a centered being. Otherwise, it becomes self-neglect wearing a beautiful name. Your light does not become more loving because it is exhausted. Your mission does not become more sacred because you suffer unnecessarily. Your connection to the Pleiades does not depend on how much pain you can endure. The frequency you came to anchor is one of intelligent love with awareness, love with boundaries, love with direction, love that knows when to offer and when to withdraw. So let this be the moment you gather yourself back. Call back the attention you have placed in conversations that have already ended. Call back the energy you have invested in proving your goodness. Call back the dreams you abandoned because someone else needed you to remain small. Call back the part of you that is waiting for permission to begin. You are not stealing energy from anyone by returning to the center of your own life. Breathe into your heart and envision a soft light descending from the seven sisters, moving through the crown, the mind, the throat, the heart, the hands, and the feet. Let it pass through you, not to remove you from Gaia, but to root you more deeply into her living field. Let the light organize what has been scattered. Let it remind every layer of your being that your energy has a purpose. Feel your feet as roots, your spine as a pillar, and your heart as a clear chamber where love can become action. Then ask, what must I finish before I offer myself to anything else? Do not judge the answer. It may be simple. It may be practical. It may be deeply emotional. It may be one small task that seems insignificant to the world but enormous to your soul. Begin there, complete it with tenderness. Let completion become an act of self-respect. Let each small act say, my inner guidance matters, and I am willing to follow it. Here is the truth your heart has been preparing to receive. You are not delaying your mission by caring for yourself and completing your own path. You are creating the vessel through which the mission can safely move. The longing you feel is not always a call to go somewhere else. Sometimes it is the soul's longing to see you fully arrive here. The ache for your star family may be the ache of knowing what unity feels like and recognizing how far your human life has drifted from that frequency. But you did not come to Gaia to remain untouched by her challenges. You came to bring a memory of harmony into a world that is learning how to hold it. That work begins with you. Before you can guide another person into wholeness, you must stop leaving yourself behind. Before you can hold a field of peace for a community, you must learn to protect peace within your own body. Before you can awaken the dormant codes in others, you must allow your own heart to become a living example of what you are transmitting. Your star family has not been disappointed in you. They have been watching you learn discernment. They have been witnessing every moment you chose to return to yourself. They have felt the quiet victories. No one applauded. The message you did not send. The promise you kept. The boundary you honored. The morning you began again. The old role you finally released. Nothing true has been wasted. The years of confusion wasted. The years of confusion refined your sensitivity. The detours taught you what alignment does not feel like. The relationships that drained you revealed the places where you were still asking to be chosen instead of choosing yourself. The unfinished work brought you face to face with the power you kept giving away. Now the pattern can change. You are allowed to complete your healing before becoming a refuge for others. You are allowed to finish your creation before announcing the next one. You are allowed to build a quiet life that supports your frequency. You are allowed to let your mission grow organically instead of forcing it into a shape that receives immediate recognition. Your purpose does not need to be rushed to be real. Tonight, or whenever you are ready, place your hand over your heart and speak slowly. I call my energy home. I complete what is mine with love. I release what does not belong to me. I allow my Pleiadian remembrance to become embodied through clear action, honest boundaries, and compassionate presence. I am here, and I am ready to finish. Feel the difference between saying those words as an idea and allowing them to become a decision. An idea may comfort you for a moment. A decision begins to rearrange your life. Because the next chapter will not be built by doing everything, it will be built by doing what is yours, fully, faithfully, and with your heart intact. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content, it's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it. And if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started.